language.
I'm Vijaya, back with the attorneys of the NPZ Law Group, providing counsel to organizations and individuals worldwide on complex US and Canadian immigration and nationality law issues. And I'm joined by barrister, solicitor, and Canadian attorney Gagan Mundra. Hi, Gagan.
Hello, how are you, Vijaya? Thank you for having us on your show.
Absolutely. So good to have you join us and give us the Canadian immigration perspective. So, Gagan, I have a question for you. If someone wishes to continue their education after a gap of, say, 10 years, will the university then approve their application to study and to immigrate to Canada?
That's a great question, Vijaya, and we come across very frequently with our clients who assume that the approval comes from the university or the colleges for both their applications for the admission as well as the immigration process. But in reality, that's not true. It's a two-part process. Part one includes the application to apply for colleges, and it depends on your application and your intent to continue your study after a huge gap, maybe of 10 years, or maybe even as small as 1 year gap. So the university or the college wishes to understand what is your intent to come and study. If you are providing them in a bona fide documents and you have a financial strength as well, they give you an application or they approve your application for the admission to the college. And step two comes where the immigration gets in, and the officer wants to understand what is your intent, because Canada is one of those few countries which allows study permit holder to apply for permanent residency. So it's always going through a lot of scrutiny by the immigration officer, and yes, the flags turn on when there's a gap of 10 years. So scenario one, there is a person who's running his business for 10 years. He did not complete his study beyond high school and wishes to come to Canada for studies. So he is coming along with his family. We find a problem because the government is going to think that you are not getting approved through express entry, and probably study permit is the route that you're taking. Scenario two comes where the employer is supporting this individual and paying the tuition fee and is looking forward for this individual to complete his higher studies in Canada and come back and join the office. We see there's a high approval rate because there is a promise for the individual to leave the country and for the officer to understand that there's a bona fide intent for this individual to go back. So it just comes down to the real life situation, and for each individual it would be unique. We cannot say that there would not be any approvals, but we would only go by each situation, which is unique to every individual.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. So study permit can be a route to Canadian immigration. That's great to know. And anything else you'd like to add?
We just want to make sure that the individual who's applying for study permit need to be putting a lot of documents to support their bona fide intent, and bringing their family at the stage of study permit applications is not advisable at all. Whenever you're bringing in dependents, because dependents have the ability to work on open work permit when the spouse is on study permit.
Mm-hmm.
And children can join the colleges and they also have their own study permit just because of the principal applicant. So there are a lot of benefits which are given to the dependents, and hence it's always in close scrutiny whenever the education gap and credentials are huge for each applicant.
Super. So thank you for that, Gagan. That is really great information right there. And there you have it. The NPZ Law Group is your one-stop shop for the entire range of US and Canadian immigration matters. So don't hesitate to reach out to them today. You can do that by logging on to visaserve.com or just calling them at 201-670-0006. And remember, when you mention Mirchi, you get a special discount off your consult. More insights on immigration with